Hello and welcome to another episode of Chaos in London. This is mostly Vampire Edition along with somebody who's not quite a vampire yet, but that's fine, everything's cool. We found ourselves at Elysium tonight. Uh, the Princess calls kind of her a regular Elysium. She doesn't necessarily have any notes she needs to put down or anything. Um, but yeah, we'll let people intro themselves then right on my screen. So we'll have Holly, then John, then Ken.
Okay, Ely will kind of walk in again with the awkward looking around, being as she's Giovanni and Elysiums are still a little out of place for her.
Merwin will come in. He's fairly well dressed tonight. It's a nicer celebration. He comes in a black suit, black dress shirt, red lace trim, carrying a couple of different books, and seems to kind of be in his spare time reading and studying. But he'll look around for any familiar faces and make sure he checks in with the higher ups from the clan before he heads over to say hello to his Giovanni friend.
Okay.
I just sent a picture of what Elizabeth's wearing into the main chat, so Elizabeth is there hanging out with her grandfather since apparently, people don't like her being human. She'll wave at Griffith, recognizing him from the chantry.
And Merlin would give her a polite nod. He hasn't gotten to know her that well yet, but you'd at least recognize her on sight.
Full court is there. So the sheriffs, the keeper, of course, the heartbeat, all that good stuff. Janet Prince will make a polite noise, signaling everybody to have a seat so that Elysium can start.
Well, Ailey will take a seat, noting that Janet there is preparing to get things started.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone finds themselves well and fed tonight. I understand there's been some interesting events happening. As I'm sure you were all aware, a few nights ago, the theater burned down. I'm a little upset by this. I was wondering if anybody knew exactly what had happened.
Elizabeth stands up.
Yes, miss. Could you please enlighten us?
Oh, yeah, sure. And then she's going to tell them every detail she knows about the whole situation. I.e., the red man showed up, the harbinger breath, and then sacrificed a whole bunch of people, but he couldn't get to the main sacrifices. And what's his face from Tiger, you got Echo.
Do I?
I think so.
Try now.
Test, test. Anyways, only like one of the two big sacrifices got sacrificed, and out of character, what's Ian's vampire's name?
I think his last name is Winston.
Well, anyways,
Isaac Winston, that's what it was.
yeah, he rescued the other sacrifice before they could be.
Interesting. And how exactly did this lead to the theater burning down?
Some other rando, who I have no clue who it is, showed up, shot a gun, and everything exploded. Like the spot, the the gun was like a handgun, and then it turned into a rocket.
She'll mumble something under her breath, just a perception alertness to figure out what it was. Whether it's the reading lips or just having really good ears.
Okay.
Will you roll for me, Tiger?
Yes.
Standard diff.
Yes.
Of course.
What'd you get, Holly?
Nothing. Ailey, forever clueless.
Haley's distracted by being with Giovanni and Alicia.
Right.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm having headphone issues. Which apparently comes from running the cord over with your chair. Alright, I can hear now. What are we rolling?
Perception alertness. The prince muttered something under her breath, and yeah.
Ooh, successes.
Alright, for those with successes, the prince just muttered something about fucking lupines under her breath. That's about it. And she'll say, I see. But,
How?
hmm?
Oh, sorry. I
No,
thought you
go
were
on.
from OC.
Come on.
Then I pulled what I thought was the fire extinguisher, and it was actually a giant elevator for the audience.
I see.
The ones who hadn't killed themselves already escaped without harm.
That is good. Were any of ours there?
She'll point to the French Tremere lady that lost the French off.
I don't know
With
if she was
Harlot.
Tremere or not. I thought she was Toreador, honestly. It doesn't really matter though. I see. And can you corroborate the story of this? And Vampire will shake her head, saying that she left after uh, being publicly humiliated. Trying to make herself sound a little better in the process, but the prince will just kind of tut. Very well. Is there any other news that anybody needs to tell me?
Actually raises her hand again.
Continue.
Wrath has been summoned.
I see. An uproarious laughter will be heard from the back of the stadium where the gangrels sit. I'll continue on for a good 10 seconds or so before you guys would recognize as Decade the Wolf is kind of the leader of the local anarchs. Will stop and kind of just say, "Oh, you guys are fucked. That guy's been unleashed. Shit."
Not guy. Girl. Child. Sass, really.
My apologies. If that embodiment of rage and shit kickery's been unleashed, whew.
Only halfway. That's the important thing. Because I don't know where the other sacrifice went, so, we gotta get to the Red Bride before Wrath does.
That's good to know. Still halfway unleashed is, it's gonna be a rough time.
And then Elizabeth's gonna sit down.
Does anybody else have anything they need to bring to my attention? I did hear some rumors about a month ago about a screaming Scottish woman running through covered in ferns, through the city covered in ferns rather. Did anyone happen to know anything about that?
Do I need to roll something for Ailey to try to sit there and just be chill?
Sure, manipulation subterfuge, I guess? Or maybe wit
Okay.
subterfuge. Let's go with wit subterfuge. Trying to keep cool under pressure.
Under pressure, pushing down on me.
I'm dropping a willpower.
Alright, go for it.
The dice hit me. And what's the diff?
It'll be standard.
Just to be safe, I'm adding a willpower. Successes with the willpower.
Hell yeah. So you poker face like a fucking champ. And she'll just kind of scan the crowd. Nobody knows anything at all regarding this. Perhaps it's from one of the Sabbat packs that have supposedly infested the city. Speaking of, I've heard rumors of the Sabbat pack in some of the tunnels beneath London. Has anybody figured out anything about that, perhaps?
out of character. Elizabeth hasn't heard anything about that.
Yeah.
Haley just kind of looks around. I mean, so if I recall, she'd heard literally just what was said, but doesn't know much more other than what she's poker facing. So,
Give me an intelligence kindred lore, Haley. It'll be standard.
okay, where am I? Or- 4 successes.
Okay. So you know that the Harbingers of Skulls, who you believe to be underneath the London tunnels, also tend to align with the Sabbat fairly often, if only out of like necessity than actual really wanting to.
Right. And I remember that we wanted to not discuss that bit because if I recall, that was what Maria, Ailey, and Carlotta had previously discussed. So she just keeps her lips sealed.
Fair enough. Well, if anybody does find anything, or just to run any out of the town and provide some proof, we'll see about getting a proper report. Very well. That is all I had. Feel free to mingle for the rest of the silly meeting. She will step up and head towards the bank. You guys are free to talk to people around. Most of the NPCs are there. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask Haley if she's had any further luck with getting ourselves an established established property or getting clearance to get it.
I haven't had much way in the luck with that. It seems some people are a bit leery about this entire thing.
Elizabeth's going walk up. Hey guys, what you talking about?
Ailey will just kind of smile at her, but
Working on a advertising campaign.
For what?
I'll try and get some more members of the supernatural communities to visit my business and gather.
From what I understand, Central London is your best bet.
Huh.
And there is a bar where they'll go and meet and chat.
Yeah, I knew there was a couple of established places, but if we can generate some more, and
It's always good to have more than one meeting space.
That's fair. So, like, is this gonna be like some sort of combat or gonna sell stuff?
I already have an occult shop, so the idea was to kind of merge it in with that. There's a library, like a seating area, a lounge area.
Uh, oh, the echo. Elizabeth's gonna weigh down her grandpa. Be like, yo, this dude's got a good idea. Come listen to him.
Go walk over. How are you, Merlin?
Oh, about as well as can be. Projects never resolve as quickly as we'd like. You know how that goes.
Luckily, we have all the time in the world.
Some opportunities expire with time.
Suppose. So what was this idea you're talking about?
Well, I've got the occult shop, and it's got a library seating area, bookshelves, places to sit, socialize, that sort of thing. And my hope is to perhaps turn that into a recognized location among the supernatural communities.
Interesting. I can see all of these. How do you plan on going about this?
Well, you'd have to have some relevant parties sign on. Support it, that sort of thing. And one of the discussions is to have our Giovanni friends here do some investing into the property. Once they're part owners, it is now then becomes Giovanni property protected under the promise.
Yes. And Ailey will just kind of smile and nod.
I would suggest keeping that on a need-to-know basis. While
You're really muted. I don't know if it's where your microphone's positioned or what.
that's probably because I was sitting a little over and my hood's gone up, but that's okay. He'll say, I would suggest keeping this plan on a need-to-know basis until it's fulfilled.
Well, we were discussing the logistics, and obviously, to a certain degree, it involves the clan, as I am a member, so
Right.
keeping you somewhat in the loop seemed appropriate as well.
Right, and that's fine. That's perfectly acceptable. I am more so referring to some of the others.
I'm not, don't really think it's relevant to them, so
Right.
he kind of pats his books and he says, we all keep our secrets, and there's some knowledge that's just not for other people.
Just to be
Isn't that
some
true?
people have a much more stringent view of the promise.
I am having a hard time hearing you, Tiger.
Uh, this better?
Yes.
Alright, cool. He's basically just saying be careful. Some people are assholes and they'll try to get your ass for any business along with you, Lonnie.
Yep.
Hmm. Awkward silence.
Right? Haley's just like, mm-hmm.
Well, is there any other undertakings that it might be prudent for us to get involved in?
Hmm.
Uh, right after Merlin asks that, there will be a loud scream heard from outside of Elysium.
Like that?
Tiger and like Elizabeth slaps Merlin's shoulder. I did the last one.
Oh. Ailey will just kind of start walking towards the door to check it out.
Same.
You'll see one of the three sheriffs walking toward the room.
I'll see one of the three sheriffs doing what?
Walking also towards the exit.
Where? Okay.
Her name's Loretta Smiley. She's Burma sheriff.
Okay.
Bourgeois. So, what do we see?
You see one of the vampires. You're not really sure what kind he is right off the top of your head. He hasn't really been to Elysium, but his fangs are out. He is standing over a body that is clutching at its neck, blood pooling onto the ground. And he's letting out a small growling sound, and he turns his head and looks at the three of you before making a mad dash towards you.
What, towards us, you said?
Yep.
Well, that's just peachy.
Boy. As much as I hate to say it, fighting, if they're running at us, it might be more safe to take them on inside rather than outside in the public eye.
We've got maybe 10 seconds before she reaches you, so make your plans there. Or he reaches.
Yeah. Can I let's see. Give him long enough to get close enough so I can punch him in the face and at least try to stop him. And I know I'm not going to actually full on stop him, but at least distract him long enough to get,
Yeah, Elizabeth is noping out of this situation.
She's not going to try to bite him right here, but at least, try to slow him down, as it were.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and roll a dex brawl, go for it.
It should be epic. Two successes.
Roll for damage. Don't forget your potence.
Oh, thank you for the reminder.
Not a lot of potence, but it's potence nonetheless.
Right, that gives me a whopping 4 dice after carryover. 3.
Okay. So you like rear back and just a fucking haymaker, and it typically punches and stuff don't work too well on vampires, but it does seem to give him a little bit of pause upon connecting. Like he staggers back for a second before raising his face to you again and hissing again.
I will let the people inside know that there's somebody outside in a frenzy.
Alright, you will see the Nosferatu sheriff also start to head out there while Portia fucking makes a move to cover the premise.
Ailey is going to keep him distracted as long as need be. So she kind of makes it a point to be like, so there's still a body out here.
That's fine.
It reminds me of the meme with everything that's on fire and all that's in the text bubble is, "This is fine."
And she just kind of half smirks at the vampire that she just punched. Like, she almost has a, well, bring it look on her face. She's getting ready to, she's preparing herself to throw another one if need be. But
So we were in Elysium, so I'm assuming we checked our weapons. I'm going to, like, see if the guy's at the door that I can get my ship.
Yeah, he sees you coming, he hears the scream, and he's just kind of already grabbing it out of the case and holding it out to you.
I feel like that would be helpful.
Yeah, you have your weapons.
That's a plus.
Elizabeth is just gonna watch from the door and watch from the open door, be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be in the way, but I'm gonna see what's gonna be thrown down."
let's see. Ooh.
So is there like any like grass, like some streets have like trees planted where there's grass or soil around it?
Yeah, there's a few, like, kind of, like little grass plots that have been planted with trees and whatnot.
Is this vampire somewhat near one?
He's about 3 steps away.
Okay. I will. That's plenty. Close enough. I will use my dagger, and I like he steps out of his boots, and I cuts the soles of his feet and steps into the grass or dirt, whatever it is. And I have to roll willpower. Tiger, it's roots of power. Usually, just Celianic.
Okay. Which power is that again? Like which discipline?
Roll willpower. I add the number of successes to any physical attributes.
Okay.
They cannot be exceed 5. And it's got to be within 50 feet of soil.
Gotcha. Okay.
Second level, so ouch. Well, I got 1 success.
You can bump up 1 stat by 1.
Yeah, I will up my increase strength by 1. And it cost me a blood.
The blood-crazed vampire is going to go after Eileen because she just kind of punched him, yelling, "I will reclaim the blood that your clan is served," and he's going to try and grapple.
Oh, fuck. I know who this is. Well, Ailey was rearing back to throw a punch at him again.
Okay.
Preparing for that, so.
Interrupt it if you want. You can do it in a post.
Yep. Because I've been focused on this, can I drop a willpower?
Yeah.
So I've dropped 2 willpower this scene.
Only got to beat 2 successes.
So I got, let's see. Got 2 on the nose.
Alright, so
My willpower.
don't get a very strong blow off, but it's enough to kind of, like, you get him in the shoulder, and that manages to send him a little ways out of the path so he doesn't quite grab onto you.
And now she's just kind of smirking at him in a taunt.
Okay. You'll all see the Furhaw sheriff grab the body of the woman, pick her up, and like take her inside.
What she's trying to do here is get him to look right in her, make eye contact with her as she's taunting him.
Okay. You can try to use dominate. It will be a +1 difficulty.
Okay, I'm just using command. I'm just gonna try to get him to stop. That's gonna be the one word command.
Okay. I believe the difficulty is current willpower point, right?
Yep, target's current willpower.
Okay. His current willpower is 6, so it'll be difficulty.
I suppose specialties don't count with a discipline, right?
Generally not. No.
Okay, so my persuasion won't count. Now, what was it? Manipulation, intimidation. Five, and what's the diff?
A total of 7.
Oh, stupid ones! I would have had 1 if it weren't for that 1.
Let out your command, but nothing really happens. John, your range.
Alright. So, is this guy... I know he got knocked off balance. Is he on the ground? Is he still on his feet?
He's still on his feet. He's kind of
Right.
stumped.
Is he... So he's now back closer to the building?
Yes.
So if I were to charge him, I could theoretically knock him into the building.
Theoretically, yes.
Through the door.
Yeah.
All right. This should be interesting. I will... I'm going to try to... Basically, I want to impale him on my broadsword and drive him through the door. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that... I assume that would still just be a regular, like a dex melee to hit. And then I don't know if you want an additional like strength and athletics to try and knock him backwards.
Try to see if you hit first, and then we'll move from there.
Works for me. And a diff to hit.
Yep.
2 successes to hit.
Okay. Do the strength athletics roll. Add 1 rollover.
Hmm.
Retyping. I'm used to using the rolls. So I keep putting the wrong dice codes in. 1 success.
Okay. You move him like right into the door frame.
Should I assume that counted as the damage roll as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I will. Well, hopefully someone else can take it from there.
He's inside?
I have
Yeah,
him in the doorway. On my
What
sword.
is this? Okay, so what is the doorway like? Is it blatantly out in the public? Is it kind of sheltered? Like,
It's a little sheltered. Like it's in a. There's a gate you have to get into to get into the property, and then it's a little ways in. Theoretically, one could look from outside the fences and see what's going on.
okay. Hmm. Is he all the way impaled by the sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's scrabbling for Merlin at this point, screaming the same stuff he was screaming.
This guy needs to be shut up. And being as he yelled at me, if I can use one of the other there's other kindred like directly in this vicinity.
Yeah.
So could I use one of them as say like cover from the door from being seen?
Sure.
Cause this guy is gonna hate me. But I'm gonna bite this dude.
Hell yeah. Alright, are you going
Make him love me even more. I have dulled bite.
And your clan flaw is also a fun time.
Yeah, I know. What did we determine with that anyway? Because it was was it like plus some odd egg? Can't remember what we determined with it last time.
I don't remember. I know you can't use it for, like, you don't get pissed.
Right. I know I had to roll the dex brawl for biting him,
Yeah.
but it was exceptionally not good. Let's see the flaw itself. Because I know there's something on that. That's in the book. This is going to be really fun for this dude. Sorry, Ailey's a biter.
She's in that phase.
That lovely. I think it raised the diff.
Yeah, I think it's
Adult bite. There we go. I have to achieve double the amount of successes to get the bite to penetrate.
Okay, so you need at least like 2.
Right. Vampire bite is still standard, right?
Yeah. I'm not going to make you roll the grapple since he's effectively
Right.
Grappled by my stick.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I did it. My whopping 3, and I need 2 successes.
You can blood buff.
Huh?
You can blood buff.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I can. I haven't spent any blood. So I will. Let's see. How many blood can I spend? Blood. There we go. I can spend 2. So I guess I can up my dex to 4. I'll spend 2 and up my dex to 4.
That's good.
Actively at least have 5 dice.
Yeah. Actually not sure if fighting this 6 is at 5. Oh, it's this 6. Okay, never mind.
Right. 2 successes.
Alright, are you going for the kiss or are you going for damage?
Oh, well,
Technically, she isn't
blood
with the
sucking.
kiss.
Right. I mean, blood sucking might be fun, but it might be frowned upon by these people, but it's not by her, especially knowing what he is after what he said to her. So, yeah.
Which one you going for?
Oh, we'll go with the kissy kiss here.
Alright. I think you can get like 3 blood points per turn.
Yep.
You can go ahead and you're filled up on blood and he's down.
I'm back to filled up on blood. Yeah, I'm gonna keep, like I said.
Down.
I'm going for it. Shouldn't take much. But
Real question is, are you gonna keep going after he runs out of blood?
I mean, if he runs out of blood, there's no point, but
It's debatable.
I suppose Diablerie. They might not like it, but I might like it.
Technically, they can't do anything about it either.
Yeah, they can. I mean, they can report you to the Dawn, but that's about it.
And,
Yeah.
right, and what I have to say to them, well, I'm sure they'll understand at that point. But yeah, I'll keep going. Fuck it. I'm a horrible person.
John, are you going to do anything, or are you just gonna try and hold this order in place while you get trained?
I mean, doing more damage to him probably wouldn't hurt. Makes it harder for him to fight back. So, I guess actually. Give me 1 second. I gotta check something for a very bad decision I'm probably going to try.
Okay.
Oh no. Ailey's trying to do bad things. Merlin's, I don't know what Merlin's doing, but it could be bad.
Elizabeth's the only person that's just trying to help. By the way, she's like shoving blood bags into this vampire's face.
You're doing what?
He's throwing blood bags into the person that other vampire is draining. The currently being drained vampire is draining another vampire. She's drained up.
Was the... We said that the sheriff brought in a body. Do we know if it was dead or just dying?
Technically dead. It was injured.
Okay.
He's very weak.
Alright, then I'm not concerned with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I'll try and get this guy again with my... well, actually... So right now he would still be technically physically trying to resist, right? Because she doesn't have the kiss.
True. Yep.
Right, but I do.
You do.
But I'm also subject to the laws here.
You are.
I'm going to try and stab him with my sword. This is just... I feel like anything else is just asking for problems.
Okay.
Really need to carry a stake or two. This would be like an ideal. I remember, sure. No, there's a raised difficulty for... There it is.
For what?
So I will try and stab him through the heart.
Okay.
Assuming he has one.
Don't stab alien in the process.
Do I want to do that, or am I worth the extra damage? That's why not. What can go wrong, right?
It would be precise, so it'd be like a +3 difficulty for +2 damage.
Yep. Too late, I had already said I was doing it. Action was declared. Good luck. 2 successes.
What? Go ahead and roll for damage.
Alright, so my strength is 2. 2 roll over. 1 rolls over, sorry.
Yeah.
+2 for difficulty is 5. +2 because it's a short sword is 7.
Yep.
Ones don't subtract, do they?
They do not.
Oh, it just canceled them, never mind. It just checked them off. So 1 success. That's horrible. Oh well.
It's something. Maybe this roll will be true. It was. See, the delete roll. Alright. He's gonna try and get Eiley off of his neck. So it'll be opposed strength for all checks.
Strength brawl.
You have a penalty for having a sword through his heart?
I mean, still do that because it wasn't a sneak, and you didn't get enough.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was Dex.
Also, the damage penalty. That's
Oh yeah, wound penalties. I just realized I somehow have no...
2 successes.
He got 2 successes. I think you still have the grapple. Or in the fight, rather.
They can even fight back. Oh, I suppose I don't have that same effect, so yeah, he probably could. scratch that I thought that. But yes.
Alright. I guess we're back at quote-unquote couple rounds. We never rolled initiative, but it's fine. This order is fine. Eiley, you still draining away?
Oh yeah.
Another 3-1.
If I have to spend blood to keep drinking, I will. Cause
Buff strength, you'll need it later.
It's true.
yeah. Bump the strength. Just keep bumping it.
That works. You can increase your strength by 2.
Yep. I can spend 2 at a time, so I'll just increase it by 2.
Brings it up to 4.
Yep.
Good. Alright. Marlon, what's she doing?
I mean, at this point, he seems relatively under control. There's two sheriffs for sure present. So I guess I'll, is the prince within line of sight?
No.
Okay. Well, because the prince can actually issue, like, authorized right of destruction. Technically, right now, I could probably kill him and be okay, but at the same token, the right of destruction hasn't been issued for this one.
Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately, I know my clan would want this one dead. So
well, you can get away with it. You don't need the prince's authority.
Exactly. And I'm assuming nobody is trying to stop me either. So
yeah, they heard the usurper talk, and so they're assuming it's Giovanni bullshit. So they do not want to fucking. They don't want to fuck shit up, basically.
I mean, she was also one of the first people to go for the door and be like, "All right, what's going on?" So,
Yeah.
yeah, she just keeps going.
All right. Do you plan on doing anything with John until this thing's drained?
Yeah, I'm going to try and shut the door behind me.
Okay. Fair enough.
We're standing here in the doorway. Anybody
Well,
walking
that's why I
by.
asked if I could use somebody else for a for a shield from the door too.
Yeah, I did just stick them twice with a Celtic broadsword.
All right. So after you close the door, is there anything besides that you'll be doing?
Not unless he breaks free.
Okay. He's gonna try one time to break free.
So I get my strength this time, hey?
Yeah. Roll strength for all check.
All right. Seriously, Discord? Did I hit something? It's refreshing on me.
You broke it.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. I am technologically impaired. All right.
There's a book called Gremlin for that. There's like
Huh?
name of the fall is called Gremlin.
Oh. All right. Got 3.
All right. You managed to hold on. He's trying to break 3, but he spent some blood doing what he was doing earlier. So are you going to Are you going to continue sucking now that all of his blood is gone?
Yep. I'm making sure he's down for good.
Forever. All right. I need you to make an extended strength roll, difficulty 9.
Okay. Is it still because of my spent blood? Still 4?
Yep.
Okay. Just straight strength, correct?
Correct. It's kind of an odd roll for this, but it's fine, I guess.
And you said 9?
Yep.
1.
1. All right. Keep going. I'll tell you when to stop.
Same roll?
Yep.
Same diff?
Yep.
Nothing.
Nothing. Keep going.
Oops. I almost put the wrong dice in. I almost put the diff for the dice.
That could have been neat.
2.
Okay. Keep going. You just need one more.
You can do it.
Nope, that's a botch.
That's a bot.
A single botch, not a double.
That's odd. There's not rules for botching on the Armory.
There isn't? I thought there would be.
I'm looking. There's nothing. Weird. I guess just keep going. Like,
I could have sworn that was.
oh, I think this is because it's technically a damage roll. But yeah, just keep going. I guess. Oh,
Huh?
how many successes did you get on that list?
1.
1. All right. So you feel the Diablerie complete. This figure screams and turns into ash before it's disappearing. And I need you to make a self-control roll. What is your humanity?
5.
5. All right. It'll be difficulty 5.
Alright, oh boy. I have my whopping 2 dice. Is it diff 5?
Yep.
2.
2. Okay. This is the greatest feeling you have ever felt.
Oh boy.
Almost want to. You can feel the beast crying at you to continue on, like go after somebody else next, continue feeling it. But you recognize that that would be a very bad idea. And it slowly starts to fade. I will be putting things on your sheet later, and I will let you know when I do.
Okay. Yeah, so Ailey's gonna kind of stand there for a few minutes, and it looks like she's taking, but she's obviously not. That's why she's talking herself down, basically.
Yeah. And now it's time for the contested willpower rolls.
Oh, the willpower rolls. Goody.
Yeah.
Let's see. 5.
See, your difficulty is going to be Difficulty is going to be 7.
Yeah. Got 1 success.
Okay. What is your permanent willpower?
5.
5. Okay. They also got 1 success. So keep rolling.
Say what?
Keep rolling.
Okay. Same diff, I assume?
Yep.
4 successes.
4 successes.
Yep.
All right. Okay. 1 more roll should decide this.
Okay. One success.
1 success. Okay. All right. You both achieved the goal amount at the same time, technically. This is for the possession thing. So I'm gonna leave it to a high-low if you're cool with that.
Oh god. Okay. Let me think here very carefully because high lows always screw me. We are going to roll with a low this time.
Low? 100% sure you want low? That is a high. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Ollie, John, are you guys there?
The pictures changed. Maybe their Wi-Fi crashed.
That's possible. Yeah. God just messaged me. That's awkward.
That means I get to do what I was doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. So, I'm helping Lady from the Tremere Trencher by shoving blood bags in her face.
Yep.
How's that going?
She's starting to heal up a bit. She eventually comes to and grabs at you. And it's like, what happened? Where's?
Somebody went crazy and tried to Diablerize you.
Right, but after that.
Joe pointed at the other two. Well, they shoved him back inside with a sword and she Diablerized him.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Oh, what happened?
I was coming here to Elysium. I was running a little late, and then that fucking skullhead jumped me.
Oh, jumped you. Okay. Out of character, I thought you said dumped.
Oh no. That'd be weird. I have a lot of things to sheet after this.
So, like, I have a weird question. Did you see like anybody hanging out
What do you mean?
or around the other guy that was frenzying?
No, I didn't.
All of a sudden, all I hear is I hear nothing.
Oh, yeah. So it was high. So
I heard you talk me out.
heard me talking what?
All I heard you say was, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And I said, "Don't talk me out of it." And that was the last I heard when my internet dropped.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I rolled for it. It was a 7. You had said low.
Dang it! Dang it!
So
It's a trick.
I'll talk to you after the scene on what is going to happen.
Legit.
You'll still get to play Eiley. It's just gonna be a little fucksy.
Okay.
I figured you're okay with that 'cause they're really cool with consequences.
Right? We like to keep it interesting around here.
Yeah. Merlin, there's no longer a vampire around your sword.
Huh?
So there's no longer a vampire around Merlin's sword.
Yeah, that's probably a plus.
Yeah.
She's taking a few seconds. Oh my god. Give me a second here.
Every few seconds you hear somebody screaming usurper in your head.
If only I could tell the voice to shut up.
Like,
Give me 1 second here.
So she has the haunted flaw.
something like that. So what are you guys doing now? You have a bunch of vampires that are looking kind of horrified.
Well, I'm checking my weapons back in because I'm in King Elysium and there's no longer an immediate threat.
It's fair.
I mean, they got rules here.
They do.
All right. So yeah, Ailey kind of looks around, kind of gauging other people's reactions.
They're all like trying very hard to not look directly at you while still keeping you in their peripherals.
Great.
You'll hear a voice coming from beside you right here, a very like raspy voice. I suggest you leave.
Ailey will
Tiger, I'm going to need to make me probably a charisma. And I don't know if it's going to be expression, leadership, or subterfuge. But Merlin is going to look at the closest sheriff and say, I believe it may be possible that we owe the Giovanni lady a boon, as she protected the Elysium and the Masquerade on our behalf.
You can make that an expression.
Let's see. And while he's doing that, Ailey is going to she's kind of gathered from the few times that she's been in here that this kind of behavior is likely unacceptable, but he wasn't going to stop. He was obviously not just a one of our enemies, but they tend to run with the Sabbat, so it was one of theirs too.
Right.
She'll try to relay that and apologize, but it wasn't going to let up. Pretty much the only way to make it stop was to end him completely.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's 3 successes.
So the sheriff will nod and look at the keeper and say, "You're the one supposed to be keeping us safe here. Sounds like you should owe the boon." And the keeper will just kind of nod hurriedly and run off to get it logged with the heartbeat. He's a
You need to
little.
roll. Go ahead.
Nah, he's just a little scared. You go ahead.
I was going to ask if you needed me to roll anything for my apology, so it's, obviously.
You can give me a charisma expression as well.
5. I got 1 success.
Okay. Some of the people around just kind of nod, and then they just kind of back away from you slowly and go about business.
Yes, there's a Diablerist present, and they all know it now.
Alplarist, Giovanni, just not good things.
And then she just kind of glances at Merlin, because obviously it was suggested that she go. I would, they know where this is, and they think my clan hangs out here more. I would ensure that they keep a close eye out. There might be more.
Well, let them do their job. But if you would like to stop by the shop at a later date, we can discuss things further.
She smiles. I'd like that.
Is there anything else anybody would like to do before we close out for tonight?
Who's this, what's the name of this Tremere chick?
Susanna Roberts.
Right. Oh, by the way, Merlin, this lady's a Tremere.
He'll look and, well, it's good to have more joining our ranks.
She's nods. Yeah, it's been an evening. I think I'm gonna just go back home. Or leave.
Yes, we keep an interesting town.
Definitely seems so. Alright, I'm gonna have to close it up because I got some stuff here pretty soon. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another episode of Chaos in London. Always eat people, I guess.